Good morning. Good morning. I know it's early, but let's try it again. Good morning. Good morning. First, before I begin, I have to always give all the praises and glory to our Heavenly Father for making this day possible. Without Him, none of this truly would not have been made possible. It is a pleasure for me to be here this morning with you. I'm honored and humbled to be standing here as your chairman to deliver the 2015 State of the County Address. I want to thank you all for being here, and for those watching from home, thank you for tuning in. I would also like to take this opportunity to recognize a couple of my board members who I believe are here. My board members, would you please stand? Commissioner Michael Edmondson and Commissioner Shana Rooks. If there are any others, please stand. Also, and give me a little attitude, but I have to thank a lot of people, because truly, to make Clayton County move and to be great, it takes a lot of people working together. So I would also like to thank all of our dedicated county employees and department heads. If you are a county employee, please stand and be recognized. County employees. And I need to give a special thanks to our communications and CCTV team for their efforts in helping to plan this event. And I also have to give a special shout out to the most special assistant in the world, Miss Beverly McMicken. Thank you. Nothing will get done without this lady. Also need to thank Yolanda Buford and the Clayton County Chamber of Commerce, thank you, for another great collaboration along with our sponsors and community partners, Gas South, the Council for Quality Growth, and the Clayton County Office of Economic Development. Let's give them a round of applause. As I said earlier, it takes teamwork to move the Clayton County government forward, including the leadership of other dignitaries and elected officials, such as prosecutors, judges, constitutional officers, and state representatives. Would these officials please stand and be recognized? We are blessed with great education assets in Clayton County, with those of you serving as leaders in our education community. Board of Education members, superintendent, college president, and other educators, please stand and be recognized. I know many representatives from Clayton's 7 cities are here today. Would all of my mayors and city officials please stand and let us show our appreciation for what you do every day in our communities. Now, I won't make you stand, but I want to say thank you to the business and faith-based community for your role in Clayton's success. As you build your businesses and grow your churches and ministries, you create jobs and boost our economy. I appreciate your efforts and your contributions to the community. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Finally, I have to recognize and acknowledge my family. My lovely wife, Darlene, my sister, Linda, my father, Eddie, and his friend, Catherine. Thank y'all so much for being here and for your unwavering love and support. Dr. Hines, where's the good old doctor? Thank you for allowing us to use this facility. Well, I can't tell that by the way you run, so you definitely are not an old man at all. But I'll have you to know that I also like to quote philosophers. And in Clayton County, we have a great philosopher. I was approached yesterday by this individual, actually, and it was the Honorable Mayor Willie Oswald. And he said to me, and I quote, "Stand up, say it, sit down." End quote, all right? So good Mayor, Well, if I didn't know any better, I would think that you're trying to make me give a short speech. But I'm with you, so we'll get through this. So without further ado, let's talk about Clayton County in 2014. What a year. You know how when you're reading a really good story, some chapters are better than others. Some bring joy and celebration, while others are full of defeats and loss. 2014 is another chapter in the history of our county. And we've made some tremendous strides, and we also had our share of challenges. With everything that came our way, I am proud to say that we faced them head on and remained steadfast in service to our stakeholders. My administration has put a focus on economic development and job creation. It is my priority to increase our county's visibility through all aspects of economic growth and diverse opportunities for our county. So let's take a look at 2014 in review. Clayton County Fire and Emergency Services began 2014 by successfully leading the county through 2 severe snow and ice storms. On January 27, EMA Director Landry Murkison activated the Emergency Operations Center and began regular planning meetings with the Clayton County Police Department, the Clayton County Sheriff's Office, and the Transportation and Development Department in preparation for the winter storm Leon. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that I was out of the county when this storm happened. And Vice Chairman Shana Rooks was in charge, and she did a tremendous job overseeing county operations during this period. Let's give her a round of applause. During Leon, public safety officials answered 3,555 weather-related calls and worked 243 accidents, 87 with injuries. We were equally prepared for the second snowstorm, which I was present for. It arrived in February. All county personnel did an amazing job of notifying our citizens and keeping our roads safe. Southern Regional Medical Center. Southern Regional announced its financial struggles and began asking Clayton County commissioners for assistance to the tune of $50 million. In May, the citizens approved the 2015 SPLOST, which benefited the hospital. County commissioners then took a crucial step toward ensuring the county has partial control of the hospital by making several appointments to Southern Regional's Board of Directors. When it comes to public safety, the Clayton County Police Department increased its field officer proactive citizen contact within the Clayton County communities by nearly 14%. This increase gave the police department the ability to better serve the community by shortening response times, dedicating more proactive coverage to each sector, and enhancing their public relations within the community. The Clayton County Police Department increased its Neighborhood Watch program by almost 15% from the previous year. This gave us over 200 plus Neighborhood Watch programs throughout the county. This increase exceeded their annual departmental goal in this initiative. The Board of Commissioners also moved commercial code enforcement to the police department and hired more enforcement officers to hold businesses accountable for both the inside and outside of their stores and businesses. The county also successfully implemented a Project 25 trunked radio system that has resulted in an unprecedented level of multi-jurisdictional cooperation. The $23 million countywide public safety digital network was funded through the approval of the 2009 Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax referendum. The P25 Public Safety Digital Network is the primary means of communications for all public safety departments within Clayton County and is responsible for protecting 270,000 plus citizens, serving a combination of law enforcement, fire, and EMS services. This new communication system moves us another step forward and gives our emergency personnel the tools they need to better protect our county. We owe this enhancement to the citizens of Clayton County. In 2014, we began televising the Board of Commissioners meetings and began airing them on Clayton County Access Television. We also expanded our channel to AT&T Uverse and began streaming live on the web, which increased our transparency through our communications efforts. We continue the show on the road, an initiative as a means of better communicating information to the general public regarding our vision and Clayton County government operations. For those of you who are not familiar with this initiative, basically I, along with every department head, not their number 2 in charge, not their designee, but the actual directors, we move quarterly throughout the county to different commissioner districts. We set up displays and have information available on each department. Then we invite the citizens in. I firmly believe that the citizens need to know who their department heads are, who the people are who are making decisions that affect your livelihood each and every day. That is very important to me, and we go around and conduct this initiative on a regular basis. As a matter of fact, the next one will be in April, so be on the lookout for the next show on the road. And if you tune in to CCTV channel 23, AT&T channel 99, Uverse, you will be able to get this information as well as a lot of other good information. We've also taken aggressive control over our outstanding SPLOS projects and approved the 2015 SPLOS, which will include continued improvements in transportation and development. Let's talk about our finance department. They continue to garner awards from the Government Finance Officers Association for both the Distinguished Budget Award for 12 consecutive years. Actually, it was 11, but it's 12 now because I believe just last month they were awarded an additional or another award. Matter of fact, let's give them a round of applause for that. And they have also received the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report Award for 35 consecutive years. The county's general fund expenditures for fiscal year 2014 were $169.5 million. Fund balance for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2014, increased to $63 million, an increase of 8.9% over the previous year. For the first time in approximately 6 years, county employees received a 3% cost of living adjustment, the first since 2008. During fiscal year 2014, Moody's, a national credit rating agency, reaffirmed the county's strong AA2 credit rating due to the strong financial condition of the county, despite the backing of the hospital funds. During fiscal year 2014, the county taxpayers extended SPLOS for a 6-year period. Included in this SPLOS was $50 million for the defeasance of bonds for Southern Regional Medical Center. However, the hospital continues to require financial assistance, partially due to the high level of indigent care. The hospital administrators and county officials are exploring all possible options to help the hospital develop a sustainable plan that will benefit the citizens of Clayton County by making sure that the hospital doors stay open. Also included in the new SPLOS is $13 million for an upgrade to the new enterprise system that will increase efficiency throughout the county. But there are still challenges remaining. As the economy has picked up, we still face challenges revolving around our property values and lost revenue, which are 2 of our main revenue sources. These are just some of the issues that will drive the upcoming budget process. Now, as we prioritize the needs of our county, business growth and job creation are essential to our residents and to our community. Clayton County is an attractive place for business for a lot of reasons. Talented workforce, outstanding schools, both K-12 and post-secondary, excellent infrastructure, rich diversity of cultures, and amenities that add up to an invaluable quality of life, just to name a few. And if anybody ever is searching to say something good or tell the good things about Clayton County, feel free to use any of those I just mentioned. Clayton County Public Schools provides gifted services through a variety of models. The Utopian Academy of the Arts and Elite Scholars Academy are both highly rated charter schools and have been recognized on the national and state level. The Stillwell School of the Arts, located near the Clayton County Performing Arts Center in Jonesboro, offers study in music, dance, theater, and visual arts with plenty of performance opportunities. However, this isn't enough to automatically lead to success. With the level of competition that exists today for business expansions and relocations, we must aggressively pursue economic development. So let's look at economic development. 2014 brought with it 21 new developments, which included business services and support, food processing and distribution, international investment and retail and restaurants, resulting in over 2,500 new jobs coming to Clayton County. That needs a round of applause. Another branch of our economic development department deals with the film and television industry. The film activity in Clayton County continues to gain momentum. The film office has responded to dozens of location scout inquiries only 2 months into the new year. In 2014, movies such as The $1 Million Arm, The Ride Along, The Hunger Games: Catching Fire were all released and shot here in Clayton County. The economic impact of Georgia Lent's future film and television productions generated $5.1 billion during fiscal year 2014. Of that, $1.4 billion came directly from the 158 feature film and television productions that shot in Georgia. The Motion Picture Association of America reports that the motion picture and television industry is responsible for more than 78,000 jobs and $3.8 billion in total wages in Georgia, including indirect jobs and wages. Nearly 24,000 people are directly employed by the motion picture and television industry in Georgia, including 8,200 production-related employees. And major production companies paid $696 million to 4,100 vendors in Georgia in 2012 for technology, lodging, real estate, and food service. Although the state does not currently have a mechanism to track spending to specific counties or cities, the Clayton County Film Office is developing a plan to work closer this year with its cities, members of the community, and private property owners to open a dialogue that will assist them in measuring local economic impact. As chairman of Clayton County, I offer my commitment to Governor Deal, Georgia Department of Economic Development Commissioner Chris Carr, and Georgia Film, Music, and Digital Entertainment Director Lee Thomas to welcome and accommodate our film guests. It is always my goal to provide our businesses with a productive environment that will allow them to keep their projects on time and within budget. Now, let's take a look at Clayton County from a regional perspective. As you may know, Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport is a driving force, if not the driving force behind Metro Atlanta's economy. It has an annual economic impact of $64.3 billion and accounts for 448,000 jobs just in Metro Atlanta. Just as importantly, the access it provides to the rest of the nation and the world is a primary reason Metro Atlanta attracts and keeps Fortune 500 companies like Coca-Cola, Newell Rubbermaid, Home Depot, and now Porsche. As the airport area grows, we need to make sure it does so in a smart, sustainable way. We're working closely with the Atlanta Regional Commission on the Aerotropolis Initiative and on the other initiatives that will have regional impact as well as local relevance. That's just a sample of last year's highlights. So yes, the good far outweighed the bad. Although 2014 has passed, we have the opportunity to move forward in a new year. So let's look ahead at some of our priorities and developments for 2015. We plan to elevate the county's profile and brand through effective government at the regional, state, and national levels. We will continue to establish and build our relationships and collaborations with the community and our community partners, such as the Clayton County Chamber of Commerce. We are aggressively looking to attract and retain other companies in our core areas of economic strength. We have a police precinct in each district, and we're working to reduce crime through community-oriented policing. We're breaking ground on the multi-purpose fire training facility to ensure the training of our fire safety personnel and the safety of our citizens. We're making great progress on the animal control shelter and adding additional personnel to enhance the level of service at the facility. We're increasing our green space through our Parks and Recreation Department and adding walking trails through the PATH Foundation. And be on the lookout for some of the movies filmed in our county opening this year, which includes, and I'm sure you're probably going to be shocked because I was, somebody forgot to tell me that they were actually here filming, but that's okay. These films include Taken 3, Project Almanac, Furious 7, and one of the major television productions includes The Vampire Diaries, which Dr. Hines, I believe, was shot right here on this campus. And last but not least, public transportation began on March 21st, 2015 in the form of Marta.
Part of history today because we're going to do something that hasn't been done in a long time, and that's have an official bus motorcade. Hey.
November's referendum marks the first expansion of Marta in 40 years. Just think about it. Just 1 week from today, Marta Buses will be rolling throughout Clayton County.
This will bring economic growth. It will offer a lifestyle of people to get to school, to doctor's offices, to church, to work.
For $2.50, you can go anywhere in Atlanta. Is that not a deal or what?
It means economic development just for people to know that the people in Clayton County have a transportation system that will get them to the job.
Around the country, the Clayton vote was the #1 transit story in the United States last year. Ridership's up. We're the second safest large transit system in the entire nation. We're introducing brand new buses that you'll be seeing beginning next week. We're introducing technology at a faster pace than any other transit system in the country. Thank you for the partnership. We're just getting started. Folks, we are on a roll.
Marta Buses rolled out at 5:45 a.m., that's even earlier than today, and was enthusiastically greeted by our citizens. It has been approximately 5 years since we last had a transit system, and on March 21st, we not only restored transit in Clayton County, but we made history with the nation's eyes on us. This day would not have been made possible without the help and collaboration of a lot of people and organizations, such as the Friends of Clayton County Transit, the Sierra Club, Partnership for Southern Equity, the labor unions, the Board of Commissioners, and most importantly, the citizens of Clayton County. But we can't stop now. In Clayton County, our goal is for community members to feel pride and trust in their local government and receive consistent, exceptional service from the receptionist to the field crew to the commissioner. We deal every day with the effects of the loss of public trust. We know that we'll have to work hard to overcome this, and we've taken steps to do just that. Ultimately, it will be our actions over time that will help us regain the community's trust through transparency and community inclusiveness. Make no mistake, people are still talking about us, but the conversations are changing. People are noticing our efforts, our strides, and our accomplishments, and they should be. We remain committed to ensure a balanced budget, astute governance, and efficient delivery of county services. And I am confident that we are moving in the right direction and building a stronger Clayton County. However, we as citizens of this great county need to do a better job of telling our story and about the good things that are happening here. We also have to stop other people from talking bad about us. And just to keep it real, some of us need to stop talking bad about the county in which we live in. But let me tell you a quick story. There was a young man who was a salesman, and he was interviewing for a job as a real estate agent. The interviewer gave the young man 3 pictures. The first was a picture of kitchen cabinets. The second was vinyl flooring. And the third was a picture of French doors leading into the living room. The young man was asked to look at each picture and then make a sales pitch to him in an attempt to sell him a house using only those 3 pictures. The young man looked at the first picture and said, "Sir, I have a beautiful house for sale, and I would like to show you. Look at the kitchen cabinets in this house. They are made of mahogany wood and beautifully crafted. The color works great with the paint on the walls and breathes life into the kitchen." He then said, "Look at the vinyl flooring. The vinyl flooring is top grade, cleans easily, and brings out the color of the cabinets." Lastly, he said, "Let me tell you about the French doors leading into the living room. The French doors are exquisite. They are also made of mahogany and handcrafted to bring out the natural beauty of the living room." The young man went on to say that this was a beautiful house. In fact, it's so beautiful that I can't sell it to you because I want it for myself. The interviewer said, "Young man, you're quite a salesman and the job is yours. But let me ask you, would you really buy that house?" The young man said, "Yes." And the interviewer said, "Great, because the pictures are of your home." The moral of the story here is, some of us really don't appreciate what we have until we see it through a different set of lens. How can you talk bad about our county if you've never been to Clayton County? Or if you live here but have never ventured out to see the great amenities and sights that we have to offer? So my challenge to everyone here and those watching, get to know us, come visit, and educate yourself on Clayton County, and then formulate an opinion as to who we are. As for me, I love this county, and I intend to keep the oaths I swore as I took office. The district commissioners and I are committed to ensuring that Clayton County government does its part to keep this community great. But we need your help as we move forward. And I'm asking for that help right now from every resident and every business owner. To all of you in the audience and to those who are watching from the comfort of your own home, I believe we have reached a turning point. As we move further into 2015, I'm going to ask you to join me in shaping Clayton's next chapter. As the champions and stakeholders of our county, continue to stay engaged in the community. Continue to remain energized about our progress, and continue to hold us accountable as your elected officials and leaders of your county. We need you to be informed, to get involved, and to stay in touch. As a first step, please become informed about your county government. Certainly, read the paper and watch the news. But you really should know some of the other things that aren't interesting enough to draw media coverage. I encourage you to watch a board meeting on Clayton County Access Television or attend one in person. Visit our website, which is a great source of information. The more you and your neighbors know about your government, the more effective your government can be. And perhaps most importantly, communicate with us. Send an email or pick up the phone. If you have a question, concern, or a suggestion, we need to hear from you. I look forward to another progressive year as your chairman. May God continue to bless Clayton County and each and every one of you. Thank you.
Great time listening to Chairman Turner give us a wonderful explanation of what we have going on in the chamber and with the county. It was a great event.
It was informative and energizing.
It was very informative. I'm so excited and happy about what's going on in the community.
I think it was absolutely wonderful. We certainly enjoyed ourselves and brought a lot of great information. I'm just excited to be a part of Clayton County.
I thought that the chairman was extraordinary.